Okay guys, hope you all are doing well. I got another small little video I want to make for y'all. It's in regards to what they call a wind guard for a motorcycle helmet. Now, I saw them on Amazon. One in particular was called the Wind Jammer, and then the Wind Jammer 2, which is basically just a revision of the original. Um, I'll put a link in the description in the video for you guys if you're interested. But it cost about $19.95, but the reviews weren't that great. The way it mounts on the helmet, it's basically just goes all the way around, and it holds on to the edge of the helmet with tape, and it goes all the way around, and just a small opening to fit your head through. And it's made out of like a kind of like a nylon stretchable type fabric, so you can basically put your head through your helmet and it would basically wrap around your neck, but not to the point where you feel like you're choking on it. Well, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make a chin guard, which is only going to go from about the mouth up to right about where the lips of the face start, and that's basically going to stop the wind coming through. Hopefully, I'm going to have to put it through the test. Today we're just going to go ahead and make the modification on the helmet. Now, as you can see, here's my mic. So when I'm driving, I'll link the video of the example that I was getting with a lot of muzzle sound, a lot of distortion when I would lower the helmet. When I had the helmet face upwards, you can hear me pretty well, but as soon as I would close it, you would hear a lot of disturbance and muzzle. So basically, this mod's hopefully going to help that. Before I consider buying another mic, that's what I'm going to look into. The reason why I say looking into another mic is because I probably need a noise reduction mic. But yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So let me show you what you're going to need. They sell this at Walmart. It's kind of used for projects at school for elementary and kindergarten classes. They do a lot of like cutouts with this. It's kind of like a rubbery, slightly stretchable fabric. You're gonna need some 3M tape. I just happen to have some from a camera that I had purchased. They gave me some extra ones. The reason why I'm suggesting this is because you're gonna want it to hold on to this particular material to the helmet without it coming off. And then you're gonna, I got me, this is a putty spreader that I got from Bondo. But basically what you want is something bendable and soft, and somewhat soft plastic wise, because what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to use this to wedge the fabric inside the helmet, and you don't want it to rip or cut with a sharp object. So this kind of has a nice rounded edge, and I think it'll give us the results we're looking for. So basically these three items, oh I'm sorry, and then a pair of scissors and a pencil, and I'll demonstrate why here in a second. I'm sorry, a pen or a marker, or just something to make a mark. But let's go ahead and get started with this. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your helmet, and for me, because I need to use the 3M to hold it in place, the only place that you can really set it is on these cheek guards. So I'm going to put half of this here and the other half here. So that tells me I need to come down about this far at least with the with this material. Now, keeping it there, that will still allow me room to fit my head, because I'm going to slice it about maybe half an inch here, so when I push my head in, it'll basically just let me get it in there without taking this off from where I'm going to mount it. So now once you get it at that point, you're going to flip the helmet over, and the helmet's pretty much already going to make your mark for you. So with that being said, we're just going to go ahead and mark it. Now the reason why I'm not getting right up against the rim of the helmet is because you don't want to exactly make it that exact size. You're going to want to come out a little further, because this extra length is what's going to be tucked into the helmet here, to be exact. And that's what's going to help hold it in place, and then it's going to basically fold over and then hold itself in place with that 3M tape. So once you're done with that, there's your mark to begin with, somewhat. I'm just going to go ahead and go just a little bit out of that area. So I'm just going to eyeball it. You guys can be more accurate if you want by simply just measuring it. But I'm just going to eyeball it. Like I said, I'm not too concerned how much extra I have, because that's going to be tucked in. So I can actually do it all the way down to here if I really wanted to. And just go ahead and cut your mark. And now come back to the helmet. And we said we wanted it right about here. So that's how much excess is going to be tucked into the, here, let me show you better than that. That excess there is what's going to be tucked into the helmet, and it's a real tight fit. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to come out once we get it on there. So now this is where you want to get this tool. Like I said, this is just a regular Bondo spreading knife. It's flexible, it's plastic, it's not going to rip this material that I'm going to be trying to shove up against the inside of the helmet. I'm going to try to do this on camera, guys. It's kind of awkward for me to be trying to do it like this. Let's see. First of all, let me see if I can get this even in there, because it's a real tight fit. Yeah, it's going to fit, just a matter of getting it in there. You can hear how tight of a fit that's going to be, which is actually what we want, because you don't want the this material to pop out of there. This is going to keep it in there nice and snug. Okay, let's go ahead and try to shove that in there now. It's not easy. About right there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but you can already see where I'm getting it started. I'm going to go ahead and go around the whole helmet. And like I said, it's not an easy fit. I really want to try to get in there as much as I can. Let's see here. But anyway, you can see here already where it's tucked in there pretty good. I don't know if you can see that. And then basically you're going to put the 3M tape here and here, and then that's going to hold it in place. So let me just keep on working with this here. Like I said, it's a real tight fit, but it's getting on there. Okay guys, I got it on there, but I was having a little trouble when I was forcing it in with this, because since this is kind of like a rubbery type material, it was grabbing onto this, and every time I push it in it would pull it out. So what I did was I emptied this out, but I put alcohol in here and I would just wet it. And since it's alcohol, it's fast drying. And what that allowed me to do is I was able to get it in there easier, and see how now I don't have to worry about it getting pulled back out with the blade or with the putty knife. And that did the trick for me. So now we just got to put our 3M tape here and here, here and here, and then we're gonna see how that comes out. All right, just wanted to show you guys that. Kind of helped out with getting it in here pretty easy. Okay guys, if you end up using the quick note here, if you end up using the alcohol like I did to help push this material into the wedge of the helmet, be sure to let it dry. That's what I had to do. I stopped the video, I let it dry for about 15 minutes, and now we're ready to put our 3M tape on there. So that's how it looks when it's all said and done as far as getting it on there. Now to secure it, this is where we're going to come in with the 3M. So like I said, these are, you can buy these on Amazon. They're like a preset kit for like a mirror mounting assembly. It comes with like 6 of these, and that's where I got this one from. If you're interested, I'll put the link in the video. And basically I'm just going to cut it straight down the center, and one for each side. Hopefully y'all can see that. Yeah, okay. And the rest now is just taking the protective coating off. And the reason why I'm going with 3M is because, keep in mind, you're going to keep, your chin's probably going to be hitting this every time you take the helmet on and off. And we all know that 3M is the best way to go when it comes to adhesive tape. So, I mean, if this can hold the camera, I'm sure it can handle this. The material might be different, but I still think it's going to be fine. We'll find out, won't we? Once we, let me see if I can get it on there without getting it stuck before I even, see if I can get it right. Hopefully y'all can see that. It's about good to me. I'm just gonna let that stay there for a little while. Just pinch it. I'm pushing a lot of pressure on it from the inside. Just give it some time to get real nice and stuck. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna work. And then do the same with the other side. Let's see here. And come on. Okay. Same thing. Push the push this guy down far enough to where you know you can get a good push this cheek guard down enough to where you can get a good entry for the tape. And it's kind of hard doing this, guys, when I can't be looking through the camera. But anyway, we're gonna set that one about right there, and I think that's gonna work. Same thing, we're just gonna apply pressure on it for just a few seconds here, just to let it really grab on there. I'm squeezing it as hard as I can, guys. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Hopefully I let that alcohol dry good enough. And there it is. That's the end result. And what I'll do next is I'll make another video with the mic in comparison with this on. So I'll link the original video. I'll link the original video that I made. It was I believe I titled it iPhone quality as a helmet cam. Well, either way, I'll link that video. That way you can compare what it sounded like before and what it sounds like now. I didn't do too much talking with the helmet on that video with the iPhone 4S quality, because that's how bad it sounded. But you can hear when I stopped and before I started my ride, you can hear what I'm talking about, the muzzle, and it's just disturbance in my speech, where this I hope will be clear. And if it doesn't work, I'll just go ahead and invest in a noise reduction mic. And shout out to Rhino Dan. You should check out his YouTube channel. He recommended a specific mic for me. If I go along with that mic, I'll do an update on the results and the quality of it. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Real short today. Just wanted to make this quick demonstration. In case you have a helmet, you have a mic, you're getting a lot of wind distortion, this might help you out. So, oh, don't forget, I'm gonna cut about half-inch slit right here, so that can actually just help me get my face in there. I don't want to put it on now because I want these to really get tacked on there pretty nice and good. And I want the alcohol inside the edges to dry up really good, so it can grab on without it being kind of slippery, you know, still wet. Because even though I let the outside dry, it still might be wet on the inside because it's such a tight fit. I doubt air's getting in there that easy. And yeah, I'll let you know the results here in the future video. Okay guys, as always, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.